Molyneux here with Bill's Wargame World, and we are playing at the Chuckle Heads group Saturday, and here I am. Oh my goodness. So, we have Goober the Traveling Bear with us, and all his armor, shields, and equipment have been purchased at the Renaissance and Rendezvous Shop by Todd in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Now, I don't really know what we are playing here today, so I'm going to be turning the camera over to Walt, and we're going to have him explain today's battle. Well, we have Walt here of the Chuckle Heads, and Walt, can you explain to me and everyone out there in YouTube land, what are we playing?
War of the Roses, and we're using a set of rules written by Andy Callan called Never Mind the Billhooks. This is a game that's been out a long time, published by Wargames Illustrated, but they just recently came out with a second edition, and that's the edition I got, and all the guys got all excited about playing. It is, for the flavor of the period, it does a good job capturing it. It's what I call more of a bourbon and pretzel game system.
All right.
That is, it's a very social game, fun-loving, and easy to play. The only variation our group has changed on it, or made a variation, is instead of you breaking on a 2, 3, or 4, we have people just go to automatic daunted rather than immediately just going off the board. But if they're daunted and they roll 2, 3, or 4, they're out of there. So that's the only thing we do. It just allows the game to go a little bit longer when you play.
Your rule book, Walt, where can we buy that?
I got this from Military Matters, but it's a very popular system. I would imagine out of England there's 2 or 3 people you can buy it from. North Star being one of them, I would assume. So today we're doing War of the Roses. The first army on the table is going to basically be a combination of Tudor and Richard's army, because we don't have enough figures to do 100% of each. But it's a 201 point game. There'll be 4 commanders, so there'll be 2 people running each side of the army. So basically you've got a set of mounted knights. I think we're going to switch these out for foot knights. You've got 4 bill and bow units, all loaded up with 6 shots apiece. You've got your commanders. We have yet to determine what value they're going to be, whether they're going to be heroes or dolts or just an ordinary guy. We have another wing of cavalry here. We have 2 units of skirmishers, one in the manor house, and then one out here looking at the woods. And then we've got 2 artillery pieces, which are not period proper, but the figures for the guns that I've got from Perry's aren't done yet. So now Mike, on the other hand,
let me switch over to Mike.
Oh, sure. Mike, on the other hand, is running an army that was painted for WAB, which is Warhammer Ancient Battles from about 10 or 15 years ago. And so they rank up perfectly for this game. They are about 100 years, 150 years earlier as far as the period, but they basically act as the bad guys in this game.
All right, Walt, can you explain to me about this one unit?
These are billhook and bow units. And the way the game system operates is you can take, even though they're separate units, you can combine them into one unit, and therefore if they get charged frontally, if they're a veteran or they have a commander with them, they can automatically have the billmen come up. And then billmen basically are your heavy infantry with anti-cavalry arms like spears and billhooks and other weapons of mass destruction. The bowmen are all long bowmen, which means they have a very long range in shooting. At the same time, they don't fight that well in hand-to-hand. In hand-to-hand, they can pretty much get trounced. But anyways, that's basically a bill and bow unit.
All right, and we're going to be removing Goober the Traveling Bear from the table as we prepare for our game. We will be coming back to the action, and Mike's knights over there look fantastic. We're going to just get a close-up of them before we start the game. They look French to me. And we're going to stop here. We are here with Mike, and his superior troops will be fighting Walt and Kevin. I'll be with Mike today. And Mike, can you go over the troops you have?
I have 4 wards that are subdivided. This is my CNC, Artie of the Brits. He's controlling a total of 4 units, 2 bowmen, 2 billmen. He doesn't control the skirmishers, but they're part of my army. Then this is Sir Bedivere. He's got a unit of bowmen, a unit of billmen, and a unit of men-at-arms. These are dismounted knights. Then I've got Sir Robin. He's got a unit of bowmen, unit of billmen, and a unit of veteran billmen. There's a heavy piece of artillery. Again, he doesn't control it. It's part of the army, though. And then last but not least is Sir Lancelot. He's got a unit of knights and a unit of light horse. They're all average generals. Most of the figures actually came from Games Workshop Bretonians. I heard someone say WAB, but and you could use a lot of them in the 100 Years' War. And yes, I have had them for WAB, but they were for their much later set of scenarios and game systems.
All right. Do you think we'll be victorious today?
One can only hope.
And I have to ask, is this the Sir Robin from Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
No, I have those figures. Those are from Medieval Mayhem. And they're going to actually make an appearance when I run my Edward Longshank's army in ADLG.
Well, can you do a prediction? We'll come back to the game at the end and find out who wins. But what do you think is going to happen today?
Lots of dice rolling. Lots and lots of dice rolling. And hopefully, one of his units is going to turn on him and become an ally of mine.
Very good. And Walt and Kevin, we're getting ready to defeat you in combat.
Good luck.
Well, we broke into the action. And the opening salvo is Mike's bombarding cannon, whatever the heck it is. It's huge. Has just fired into Kevin's bowman, and Kevin lost a figure. As we keep breaking into the action of today's exciting game, the cavalry is going forward, or the skirmishers. Their skirmishers are out there. Are they armed with crossbows, Mike?
No, they're actually armed with bows. I just don't have enough bowmen painted to represent them yet.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Do we want to come out of here? Great grand strategy. Walt told me to advance, so I advanced, and he sat there like a dolt and didn't move at all.
So Kevin,
I know what's happening here.
I have zoomed in. Where are your troops?
I have, this is one command under Somerset, and this is command under Stanley.
So you advanced, and where's Walt's troops?
Right where they started. They haven't moved an inch. I think they're...
Waiting for you to die?
No, like the French at Leipzig, they were finishing their breakfast here or something. But,
okay, well, we broke into the action. Mike and I had advanced across the field gallantly, and so hasn't Kevin. But for some reason, Walt, I think, is...
What happened to Lancelot down there?
He fell off his horse because...
He fell off his horse.
Oh, why did he fall off his horse?
The gun going off from Bill scared it, and it did something, and he fell right off.
Wow. All right.
Special event card.
We will break back into the action again. I hope everyone will enjoy this video as we bicker about who's better at commanding.
Oh, and these all go back to the commander.
Yeah.
We're breaking into the action real quick. It is currently the other side's shooting with their skirmishers and their artillery. Their skirmishers knocked off one of my skirmishers. Their artillery knocked off a couple of veteran billmen. And then that artillery piece, when it tried to fire, they misplaced their fuses and their powder and exploded. So it is gone.
By 3 1s.
Because they have 3 1s.
And I have to ask, whose artillery piece was that, Walt?
Bill, you're pushing it.
That was Smiling Jack Leach's.
Ever so fair.
The ever so fair game master.
Yes.
Mike, thanks for breaking into the action for this. And Walt, I'm happy to say that keep rolling those ones when you roll your cannons.
Now, Bill, what happened to your archer unit here? What happened there? There aren't as many as there was a while ago.
I think you've been shooting at me.
Yeah, I think they took 8 hits and you lost 7 of them or something.
Yeah, I rolled very poorly on my saving throws.
Yeah, you should point that out.
Remove your artillery.
No, we'll leave it there like that.
Leave it there burning.
That's right.
So
So
a reminder to everybody around him.
I need 5s and 6s against your knights here, Bill.
All right. Breaking into the action. Walt has charged me, and Walt, what happened?
Well, Lord Oxford decided to charge. Who the heck is this? Belvedere?
It's
Mr.
part
Belvedere.
of Bedivere's command.
Bedivere. Okay, so Oxford charges Bedivere. It's 12 foot knights against 10 foot knights. Bill rolled. He did a total of 6 hits to the Oxford boys. The Oxford boys ended up getting 18 dice because they count 1.5, and he counted, actually he was 15 dice to 18 dice. He did 6 hits. He ended up doing 11 hits plus 2 for the commander, 13 hits. So Bill had to make 13 save rolls. I had to make 6 save rolls. Bill made 6. Is that 6 or 7? That's
6.
7. That's 7.
7.
Yeah, so Bill saved 7. I saved 3. So the result is Bill loses 6 of his foot knights,
Walt's kicked my butt.
and I lost 3 of my foot knights. Take it away. So now, Bill, you have to take 2 dice and roll to see, do your boys stand or do they run?
All right. And what do I need to roll, Walt?
You need to roll.
High numbers.
That's a high
That's
number.
high numbers.
I rolled an
So-
11. Did I
So
hold?
That
Yes.
means your men stand and we fight again next turn.
Whoa.
All right.
Fools that they are.
Yes.
Fools that they are. And Kevin, how do you think I'm doing?
Oh, you're doing very well, Bill. Very well. Very well.
I think Walt's
Thus
ready to
speaking
turn
the
my right
enemies.
flank and crush me like an eggshell.
No, not like a
All right, we're breaking into the action, and Walt kicked my butt, and we had a bonus card come up, and we had to continue this melee. And Walt, really quickly, what happened?
Bill, you just simply didn't roll as hot as you had been rolling. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
you pushed me back. I got 2 guys left, and it looks bleak on the right flank. I think Walt might be turning the flank and roll us up like a wet carpet if we're not careful.
Well, Mike's going to get Kevin down there. And you will hit him on 5s and 6s.
And this goes down to a 3.
We're in the battle action.
I hit him on what?
5s and 6s.
Only 5s and 6s?
Mhm.
A short range shot? Only hits on a 5 and a
That's the
6?
best. That's the best you can do.
Well, I only got 1.
All right, so you have a saving roll. Now I don't know that you save on a.
You're not as good.
Mike's cavalry's getting
Light
ready
horse.
to charge.
Against
into
it
Kevin.
as a 5.
Yeah.
And I do save.
Whoa. Okay, so bring them in.
All right, they're
You
going
count
in.
Your cavalry is 1.5, right?
Yes.
So you count that as 12.
So we'll see what Kevin does
You're
here.
going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, which they count as half in combat as 4, but you're going to get 3 guys from the back. So you're going to get a total of 7.
Oh boy.
7 to 12.
They get separate numbers?
No, they all hit on 4s.
Okay. Is that now?
Yeah, you can wait till Mike gets ready to roll.
Mike's getting ready to roll. And
Because I attack, I reroll 1.
this is light cavalry.
We'll roll a lot of 2s. That's what we want.
And Mike, how was your roll?
4 is better. Oh my God. 2, 4, 6, 7 outright with 3 rerolls.
Well, re-roll your re-rolls.
All right. Well, Kevin.
Whiff.
And they whiff.
Whiff.
Kevin's rolling his dice all over the place, and let's see how he does.
I get 2 coming back at you. I hit on 4s.
Yes.
Hit on 4s.
2.
Okay, so Mike rolls. He saves on. For combat, you save on.
4s.
You got a test.
3,
Having lost combat.
4.
Right.
2 dice or 1 dice?
2 dice. And
Kevin
you wanna
lost
roll
4
high,
bowmen.
Like a 10 or
Mike
better
lost
is
2
good.
of his horsemen.
I roll on the floor.
Kevin's rolling dice all over the
That
floor.
automatically should mean you lose. You can't roll
So
on the
now
dice.
we're playing the game of
I
find the
have to
dice on the
pray
floor,
for
everybody.
some people.
This is real live action here at Walt's Basement Wargaming World with the Chuckle Heads.
Kevin's gotten down and he can't get up.
Now Kevin
He's at our
It's
feet.
under there somewhere.
Kevin needs one of those life alert
Oh, I
buttons.
do.
12.
7.
And
Oh,
Kevin
shit.
fails his
So
morale check.
What happens is these guys will then fall back, split up, and be daunted.
Both
These guys both fall back or one falls back?
Both fall
All
back.
right, so
One
Mike
of them
has
is 6
actually
inches.
driven
But they're
Kevin
in the
back.
same configuration?
No, they split. One to the left, one to the right.
And we'll come back to the
I
action
don't
later.
understand. One goes back straight. They don't go straight? Charge or counter charge?
We get
Okay, we got
2
charge and
dice
counter charge
per
with knights on
knight.
knights.
Oh,
Mike's
oh,
knights on the
that's
left, Kevin's
Eight,
knights on the
so it should
right.
be
16.
It is going to be a heavy knight action.
Well, I'll do 8 and 8. 2, 4, 6. Here's 8 and 8.
All right, we're letting the camera
What do we
go
get
a little
on?
bit for
Plus
this
The generals?
those come in after all.
because
Oh, okay.
Here's Kevin.
it is.
Ah, that's what I need. What do we hit on? 4?
Everybody hits all 4, so you're rolling what, twice 12, Kevin?
Twice 8.
Here we go, everyone.
yeah,
Here we go.
Oh, roll twice 12. And everybody hits on the 4. There's 3.
Checking to see how Kevin's dice are doing,
And re-rolls.
and Mike is re-rolling his dice.
You don't get re-rolls. I should look that up, though.
I counter charge.
Jesus, Kevin, you suck.
I know.
And Walt is in. He's giving Kevin a lot of good advice about rolling better.
Yeah, a lot of good advice. Roll better.
I
They're his
caused-
dice.
I caused 8 total hits to begin with.
Plus
I
2.
got 6 on you.
Okay, and I'm throwing 2 more in because the attached to general.
And you do the same.
Me too.
So I have to make
Save 8, and he saves
save
10.
8 and you save 10.
So
All
you
right,
wanna
it's a
roll
critical
anything
roll
but a
here.
1 or 2, Kevin, which I don't think's gonna. How many dice you rolling?
10.
Yes, you're right.
He
10.
said I had 10 hits,
Right.
and he has 8. I got a 1, I got a 1, I got a 1, I got a 1. Jesus. I got a 2. I saved 6.
Yeah. Okay. So then, what you're gonna have to do is
4.
now you also need to roll. Is it a single die? And he has to roll above a 3 because he took 2 hits.
Yes. I
He's
believe
2
that's
above.
it.
You
It's
roll a 3 or
50-50.
better.
Okay.
You're
5.
good. Otherwise, your commander would have taken a loss.
So I
you,
lose how many?
You only lost 2, so you're fine. You lost 4.
I lost 4.
And I lost 2.
Just give me a whole
So-
base.
So Mike,
You want to do it
you
that
did
way?
better than Kevin in the big knight on knight action.
So now your thing's going to be your morale test,
Uh-huh.
and having lost, don't give me the little bit.
Having lost half.
A 4 or better, no, 1 die,
One
and you
die.
need to roll a 4, 5, or
Because
6.
knights only roll 1 die.
1 die.
1 die for morale check, everyone.
So they fall back daunted.
All right. So Kevin, did you
You
pass
can
or
follow
fail
up.
that die
Yes,
roll?
I
How
will.
1 move, which is 8 inches.
So Mike has driven Kevin back.
Mike's making up for your mistakes, Bill.
Well, you know, I don't know what to say. Well, I'm lucky to have Mike as my tutor. I'm blessed to have him helping me. We work together as a team.
That's true. You could have had a tutor
What are you
like
saying,
I
Bill?
have.
Where Kevin has sort of a grumpy man telling him what to do.
Throws me out there as a sacrificial decoy,
And then blames you for losing.
and then blames me for losing to set up.
It's called superior political.
I'm taking on 2/3 of the opponent's army here.
But you're doing so good, Kevin.
I know.
Walt, can you add another
Yeah.
couple feet to the table for Kevin's
you're
retreating army?
daunted. I get
I
another
just come in
coin.
over there.
I get another coin
This
because
is
he's
maybe where
daunted.
he switched sides.
He's daunted, so I get another coin.
All right, we're
I
going
need
to stop
a red
here
marker.
and we'll
Even
come
two
back
for
to
these
the
guys.
action.
Twice then.
Right.
4, 6, 7.
Hitting on 5s and 6s.
4, 6, 7. Let me borrow that tray again if I could.
Oh,
Whoa.
sure.
And they're shooting straight ahead.
You guys want subs today or pizzas?
Don't matter.
Ooh, there's, what do I hit on?
5s
Five
and
and
6s.
sixes.
That's a good roll.
There's 6 out of 7.
Kevin's,
5s and 6s.
I
Yes.
thought I saw 5.
Kevin's rolling good.
5
That's
and
what I
6s. There's another 5.
And another 5.
2 5s, so that's
7.
7.
One of your dice that you thought was a 5 was a 4.
Oh, was
on
it?
the first roll, yeah.
all right. So
7.
4, yeah, okay.
7, and you're saving on 4 5s, right?
Now Mike's rolling his saving throws.
That's not a bad save. He saved 3 of them,
Yep.
And of course, Michael Kennedy, being a veteran wargamer, has that special
Now
ability.
they're at
to
half,
roll
so
good.
they still have to roll.
We can look that up.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all for Somerset.
Yes.
Oxford.
Oxford is up.
Woohoo! You know what Oxford's doing?
No,
Run for the
Oxford
hills.
is an issue. Oxford is Walt. And,
Oxford's going to.
and Oxford is going to crush my right flank.
Oxford's going for these boys. Oh, there's no question I can hit
Now,
him.
Mike's coming in to make sure it's a valid move. You know, we
Yes.
have to watch Walt all the time. He's a fair game master, but I never said he's a fair war gamer. There's a difference between being the GM and being a player. So we did have to check that 45-degree
so here's
arc.
the question: do you want your bowman? You've got an officer there, so you can intersperse your officer with
And you
your.
want to do that.
Okay, so Bill, you're gonna basically, because your general's there, he can tell him to switch ranks, so you have your billman fight.
We're going to
against the
switch
front.
ranks and get prepared to take on the Walt.
Okay,
Take
so
on the somewhat depleted knights.
you've got 12 guys. You get 12 dice. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1.5. I get 12. It's 12 on 12.
12 on 12. I got the camera just running here, so we got to make sure I'm not running it, so we can't swear a lot.
Oh, okay.
Half strength or less. By the
So we hit. Okay, so we hit on
Or less.
4s.
We're hitting on 4s.
So half strength causes that
Well,
test?
I'm
Yes,
taking
we-
out my
we had a
ones.
morale check.
Look at that.
All
How,
right.
how did I do? Mr. Kennedy, I have to run the camera. Can you count my dice for me?
Killing me.
Can you count my dice?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
It looks like I have 9 hits. Let's see how Walt did. The ever happy.
I reroll ones because I
The happy
charge.
warrior. And he rolls with his ones again.
Shut up. All right, so 4 plus 2, you're going to have 6 saving rolls. And what did you do? 2, 4, 6,
9.
8, 9, 10,
9,
11. Jesus.
11. Jesus.
All
Give me
right.
this
So,
thing.
Yeah.
all right.
So you have 6 saves, Bill. I have 11.
All right. We're doing my 6 saves.
Okay.
You save on 4s or better.
4s are better. Here we go. How did I do, Mr. Kennedy? I
Yeah,
need.
you did
have
really
2
good.
dead.
I lost 2. So I rolled pretty good there, huh?
8,
Yes,
9.
you did.
All right. And now Walt. Let's get Walt's expression when he rolls his dice.
Oh, he did pretty good
2
on the
dead,
save.
3 dead.
He lost combat.
3 dead.
He did. He took
So
more
Walt
losses
lost
than you
that
did.
combat. So who lost that combat, Kevin? I didn't quite
So
hear
I
that.
lost.
I don't know.
3
Reports
guys.
are vague and
His
confusing.
2 guys.
Right, so 3 guys is enough for me, and 2 guys is enough for him. So we don't have to worry about our generals, is what I was looking at.
Right, but you did lose the combat.
I'm sorry, Mike. Can you repeat that?
You did lose the
So,
combat.
so who lost the combat, everyone?
Alright,
I'm
so-
confused. I'm new to these rules. Was it Walt who lost the combat?
Well, not really. It was the historic personage he represents.
I rolled a 5, which is enough to where all I do is fall back daunted because I am because it's below what my number of surviving troops are. In other words, I got 7 guys. I need to roll an 8 or better to stay and fight like you did in the first round, Bill.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'll come back.
we'll come back to the action. And to sum this up, I was attacked nearly on the flank by the Great Walt. And somehow I pulled it out with good dice rolls and drove Walt back.
Henry,
And
that's how you do it, isn't it?
Don't they leave the bowman behind?
I don't think they do, but what do you think?
Because it's
Well,
it takes
Walt's
2
charging me
actions
again.
to penetrate
Well, it
And,
takes
um,
2
in
actions.
order to
just-
change positions.
Yeah,
So I think if you're using 1 action to
well,
go
Yeah,
through,
it's a tough
I think
battle
they
here,
break up.
everyone.
I think the only thing they can do is that then.
well, no, they could.
no,
change
they
it
can
It takes
charge
2
in and
actions.
penetrate.
We'll come back
and they
to the
leave
debate.
The other guys behind.
Okay. that's
You're
fine.
watching live wargaming in Walt's basement, and he's coming at me,
Makes a
and
certain
we'll come
logic.
back to it.
Yeah, they leave the bowman behind.
All right, Walt, what do I have to roll?
2, 4, 6, 8. You have 10 dice. I have 12.
And you have a
All
turn.
right.
And you hit on 4s. Well, who's
And,
the general?
We both hit on 4s.
We both hit on 4s.
I'm gonna
That's a
soak you.
2.
Can you re-roll your ones though?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kennedy, how did I do? Because I have to run the
7.
camera.
You hit 7 times.
7 times I hit, and then
I
Walt.
got 10 plus the general 3 is 13, and you did 7.
Yeah.
So you're up to 9.
Yeah, I'll roll 9 saves. You roll 13 saves, Bill.
Man, you guys are slaughtering.
We both save on 4s.
Potentially.
13 saves.
Yep. That was cocked. Reroll that.
I took 4 losses.
Mike, can you count my losses while I operate the camera?
Oh wow!
It's sort of
Oh.
difficult
It's a
doing
boatload
both
of
things.
Losses, Bill.
It's a
I'm really-
massacre.
How did I do, Mike?
You lost.
Not good.
You lost.
You did not do
8 guys.
8
It
guys.
looks
Eight
like
guys.
Walt decimated me.
Yeah.
And Mike, I got the camera running. Can you remove my dead for me?
Absolutely.
Get the full impression for everyone who's watching this. Jim O'Neill in
Can you throw them against the wall and stomp on them?
in Scotland, and
So you lost 8. I lost 4.
holy cow, I got my butt kicked by Walt.
Now,
That's how many are gone.
Does he have to check for the general being one of them?
He lost 8 minus
Wow.
3. He has to roll
I rolled
6.
terrible,
One
and
die?
You just yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, you roll a 6. If you roll a 6, you're fine. Just
Here
one
we
die.
go.
Just one die. Just
One
one die.
die.
one die.
No,
No.
okay. So that means he takes a wound, so he'll drop down to only 1
Oh,
command.
and my leader was hit too.
I have to roll because you did 4 to me, which is 1 greater than 3. So if I roll 1, I did not. So my leader is still in good shape.
All right.
Now you've got a test coming. You're down to 2 guys, so you need to roll an 11 or a 12, Bill.
I can do that.
On
Here
one
we
die-
go.
On one
Right.
die.
2 guys. 2
Kevin!
guys.
Well, yeah, how can you
Only
do?
knights
All right,
do 1
2
die.
dice. And what do I need, Walt?
An 11 or a 12.
11 or a 12? How about
Yep,
a
they're
4?
gone.
Does
That's
a
a break.
That's a break.
4 is not good.
Nope.
No. So what'll happen is they break, and then you got to roll for this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all seeing them
It's
break.
all a question
All right.
of point of view.
I have a massive morale issue. I'm going to let the camera run. Walt, can you point to what you want me to roll first?
So they want you to roll an 11 or 12. That's a 7. So they stay daunted. They go back 6 inches.
Okay. They're going to fall back 6 inches.
And they're double daunted now.
And they're
Can't be more than 1 daunted.
All right.
All right. The guys they burst through or disarray, doesn't matter, but you need to roll a 5, 7. You need to roll an 8 or better.
How about a 4?
They break.
What happens to them then?
They disappear. They'll,
What do you mean disappear?
They'll run. They'll go back. Both these units will go back 6 and 6.
All right, 6 and 6. Now,
The
why do I
first unit
feel like I'm
disappears.
playing Is San Luana now?
I think it. Okay.
The first unit disappears.
It disappeared from routing.
That's because of the route.
Now
This one's gone.
But
this
the other
one,
guys just
this
back
one
up?
you can roll as a complete unit, and it's got a fresh group in back. So you just need to roll anything but a 2, 3, or a 4.
2, 3, or 4. How about a 2? Is a 2 good?
All right. So what'll
Yeah.
happen is these guys will go that way, these guys will go that way, and they'll both be daunted. And then you owe me some money.
You're doing fine,
Yes, I
Bill.
do.
You're doing fine.
So
I do.
I don't know what you did. You give me? I think you gave me one for the Knights already. Not that money. I mean the coins. Not lunch money.
I thought Walt said we owed him money. We thought we owed him lunch money.
And what happened to my tent?
There it is. Well,
The amount
my
of coins you have are supposed to be hidden.
Yes, true.
My-
So the one unit that disappeared, did you get a coin from that to begin with?
No, because that just
boy,
happened.
the whole
Yeah.
line is breaking,
These guys are
falling
daunted.
back. Luckily,
1,
it's
2,
time
3
to
more guys that are
order
daunted.
lunch.
So
We'll
if
come
you
back in a
started
little
with,
while. Well, breaking into the action, the card came up for Mike's artillery piece to fire, and
here's
sadly,
skirmishers for
because my
return
routed
fire.
troops are in the
How many are
way,
left?
he can't
Well,
fire it.
5 or less.
So you get 2 shots.
Then we have skirmishing
Yeah, you
going
get
on in
2
the
because
village
you're
with
firing
crossbowmen,
skirmishers. Only
and
on 5s and 6s.
it's starting to
Your
look
boom
bleak
boom can
for
shoot at the
our
cavalry.
forces on this side of the
Excellent.
table.
Well, it's
Everything I
6
have
on
is in disarray
6 on
and
6.
running.
Still
Walt
need 6s?
is
Yeah.
kicking my butt.
All right.
The next turn, because they're still below half, they still have to roll again.
So we're doing morale checks now.
These guys are okay because they're over half. These guys are okay, they're over half. So then we get to this guy, Kevin. You need to roll a 9 or better.
Okay.
You can do it.
Of course we can. Not
5.
today.
All right, so they back up 6 inches.
All right, Kevin is falling back in the center. Mike is driving hard with his
Now, the
light
other-
cavalry.
The other guy is daunted, so he'll have to roll again.
These guys are daunted.
Did this just happen this turn, though?
I happened last turn.
No, it happened
No,
this turn.
because of the calf.
Yeah. So no, it happened this turn. So because they were in combat, they don't have to.
Oh.
And those guys, you know what? That wasn't a rally. That was.
I was about to say that.
These guys don't because they all fought.
Okay.
They're in combat.
All right,
But
morale
they
checks are
have to
done.
check, because they're at 50%.
Yeah, they do. So you got to roll better than.
And we have
you to
one
roll-
batch of archers.
You're fine because he's
And it
using
looks
those
like,
as your.
We're ending this
Right.
turn with.
Right. So just as long as you don't roll.
We're doing
crap.
good.
And they're good.
All right,
5
we're breaking into
plus
the
2.
action. We have that
7.
big
7.
night
both-
on night cavalry
You both
action
save
out
on
there.
3s or better.
And how many do I roll?
Six.
Mike on the left and
You
Kevin
roll
on the
9,
right.
No, I rolled 7.
And get our
I caused 5.
Oh, okay.
Mike hit 5. Kevin, I think, hit 7.
And I save on what?
1s and 2s are dead.
Okay, so I got 2 dead.
I have none dead.
Ooh. So I think
That's
Kevin.
what keeps happening to me. He saves them all, and I don't save any.
So now you need to roll a 6.
1 die?
Yeah,
One
you
die.
roll a 6.
1 die, and I have to re-roll it if it's a 6.
No.
Yes.
Just roll, see if it's a 6.
It's
It's a
not.
3.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right. So your guys are going to break and go off the table. Because
Ooh.
you're already daunted. Now, before you pick them up, measure a foot from there to see if anyone else sees it.
Well, we're now checking to see if Kevin has a chain effect on other troops.
Oh, be quiet. He sees it. Where do you measure from? Center of my unit?
No, from. You see it. They see it.
You just put an inch on that thing.
You did.
There's
So
13
there's a
there's
debate
13
going on
inches
with
there.
Mike's measuring stick.
I'm sweeping in like this from the center of my unit.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
we're
not from the
grabbing a
center.
12 inch.
It's
Look at
not from
Where's
the
it
center.
from? The nearest point?
Yes,
Alright, and he would hit that guy.
both those guys. You
So
can only
Kevin
roll
now
once with
has
the
to do a
combined
morale
unit.
check.
You have to just roll a 5 or better, Kevin. 2 dice.
2 dice?
5 or better, Kevin, and he rolls.
3.
He rolled a.
Okay, so what'll happen is
Kevin,
they
what did
become
you roll?
Daunted,
Not a 5.
they become daunted, and it means I give you 2 more coin there, Mike,
They can have their daunted
and they
marker.
split.
Oh, they fall back 6?
Yeah.
All right, so
Stakes are
as-
abandoned?
Yep.
Yep.
the
So
knights
they-
ran
they do
off.
together, guys, they
The
split.
archers and the foot knights saw that, and they.
Oh wait, what did you roll?
A 3
And
for what?
did you roll a 1?
It's a bleak-looking thing.
I didn't roll a 1.
How's our game going? We've been playing 2 or 3 hours at least.
We're turning each other's flanks. I mean, I'm chewing up your guys, and I've got 1 fresh unit left. Mike's having a field day over there against Kevin. He just eliminated his mounted knights. Now he's turning on Kevin's
I'm curious. I thought Mike was on my side on the left side of the table, but now he's on the right side of the table. How did that happen?
That's the side of the table you're supposed to be on.
Mike's confused.
Mike's troops have made it to the other side, and what are they rolling up Kevin's flank now?
Starting to, but
No.
you've still got two pretty fresh units as well as a 3/4 fresh knight unit.
We're
So
going to take the disarray.
It's a trap.
All right. Well, we're freezing the action here. We're getting ready for lunch, and at the far edge, you can see that Mike has got his knights poised for a roll up the flank on Kevin. And then on this flank, you can see Walt is there. I have nothing left on the right flank. It's all in disarray, running away, and Walt's going to crush this flank. Well, it's time to go up and have salads and come back to the action in a little while.
fight. and
We're
next
breaking
one,
into the
5 and
action.
6.
We're finished with lunch. Mike has rolled into Kevin. They are in a locked combat with the mounted knights versing men-at-arms. The bowmen rolled well and did a retreat.
They're not bowmen, yes.
Yes, and then Kevin, show where your bowmen are.
Right here.
And the other ones that fell back, and then your men-at-arms went up and engaged the knights.
Yes.
We have to come back to that because it's a continuous melee. Walt is looking for more targets. He's decimated my right flank. He's like a pit bull now, just grinding away on what I have left. The ever-fair game master is not always the ever-fair wargamer.
like
He's
a
relentless in his attacks.
A terrier with a piece of meat in his mouth.
Well, Walt, we've completed our game. Can you take it away?
Well, we've decided to resign and pull from the field. Even though we were having success on the left, Mike is coming down our flank now with the Knights. And even though this is the last time they can charge, it doesn't really matter. They've got basically 2 pretty fresh units. We're down to 1 fresh unit. We're both pretty close on our coins swapping back and forth, even though you have more units. But for all practical purposes, I think it's time for us to throw in the hat. So, real quick, you had some people asking about the mat. This is a green mat from Geek Villain, as Travis would say from Tabletop CP. It's a vibrant mat, which is why I really like it. And then also, I got from Geek Villain these robes, which are nothing more than linen, which I like because it lays real flat. And the way they make it is they basically send it like on a bed sheet, and you just cut them out, and you start the clip, and you can just, it's like Christmas paper, you can cut them right out real quick. They've got different sizes and different
And that's a cloth material.
yeah,
linen.
it's like a bed sheet.
It's almost like trigger.
Okay, and I also had someone ask, they saw your stakes. Where do you buy them?
Where do they go here? Yeah, these are stakes from Old Glory, and what I like about them is they're individual, so you can stagger them any which way, so you can have different looking patterns when you put the stakes out. But that's from Old Glory.
All right. Well, another wonderful game, and we're doing a double header. And people that watch this video, what should the next video they'll be seeing?
Ruthless.
Ruthless. All right. Well, we're going to pick this game up, and we're going to get ready for our next game. We're doing a double header game today at Walt's house. Hey, everyone, stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.